We're back, y'all boys. What's up? Y'all miss me? Y'all took a break? Like this video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and share because I am new and growing on my YouTube channel. So any and all I was about to say retweets, but sharing and sending links and all that are greatly appreciated. So please do that. And if you want to catch up with all the cool things that I am doing, I make videos every Wednesday. So make sure you turn your post notifications on so you can stay up to date to what I'm doing. So now that we got all the administrative stuff out the way, let's get beautified. While I get ready, I'm gonna be answering the questions that you guys submitted to me via either my Instagram or my Twitter. So for those that participated in this, thank you guys so much. So first question.
Favorite hip hop song?
Ooh, so as y'all will get to know, or those that already know, I love music. All things music. I don't be like, oh, I love music, and I only listen to like R&B. Like I listen to all types of stuff. But my favorite hip hop song, first thing that came to mind is Tupac and Digital Underground. I Get Around. That song gets me hype. I know all the words. It's like my go-to karaoke song. And I'll be like, fingertips on the hips and a grip, gotta get a tight grip. I'll be doing it's a whole thing. It's a whole production. So that would be my favorite hip hop song. So as we answer questions, I'll be putting on my face. So the first thing you gotta do, I wanna create this nice kind of dewy look, and I've already like went dumb on my moisturizer, so my face is already moisturized, but I'm just gonna put on a little bit of primer. I like to use the Lancome LA Base Pro primer. I am a Lancome junkie. I think all their products are bomb, so you know, hint hint, wink wink with them. So I put this all over my face. Just a dime size amount goes a long way to the face. I'm fortunate enough that I don't have to really put on brows today because I just got my brows done by my girl Tiffany. She is the best brow technician in South Florida. Argue with your mama, don't argue with me. All right, so now that I set my primer, I got a few little blemishes because I'm human. And it is that time, ladies, it is that time for me. So TMI, but I don't care because it's my channel. So I like to use the Maybelline Master Cameo by Face Studio concealer, color correcting concealer. So the red or like the more peachy color, this is apricot. This one is for the dark spots, so this one's a good color correcting concealer for the dark spots. And then the green is a good color correcting concealer for the more red spots, and it kind of like mutes it. If you get into like the color theory and all that stuff, it's a reason for the season, and these are the two main ones that I use. So I have a few red spots on my face, so I am I love it because it already kind of has a sponge attached, so you don't have to go back into it with like your sponge brush, because sometimes that takes it off more than you want it to. And then I'm gonna go in, and I like how it like cranks too. That's part of my SMR. I'm gonna do that. Is it again? If you guys watch my first video, is it ASMR? ASIP? So after I go in with that, again, like I said, it does come with a sponge, but I already wet my sponge. And then again, back to my Pure Miracle Mist. I use this hydrating spray to kind of set it and forget it. Okay, so I did the concealer, and now we're gonna answer another question.
What foundation do you use?
That's such a fitting question. And that wasn't like planned. Like this wasn't a planned question. But like I said before, I am a Lancome junkie and I'm also a creature of habit, and I don't try to fix things that aren't broken. And Lancome has been working for me and it is perfect for my skin. So I use the Lancome Ultra. I don't want to butcher this. The tint
Adele Ultra Wear.
Girl, she don't know it either. Give me this back.
That's it. Tint
Over there wasting my
Adele.
time.
Tint Adele.
I got the Lancome Ultra Well. That's what I use. This is because we both sit here looking stupid. You Aggie. Since I want a dewy look because I'm going hiking, so I don't want to look like I got on too much makeup, I am just going to do like 2 pumps of the Lancome, a little bit of my Burberry Fresh Glow Luminous Fluid Base. This is kind of like, it's a fluid base. I don't really know how else to describe it, but it's absolutely amazing. I am running completely low. This is another one of my more luxe products that I use, and I am scraping it into the last drop, baby, because we is in the middle of a pandemic and we can't be spending money all willy-nilly on the luxuries. That's just not fiscally responsible. So I'm gonna use this till I can't use it no more. But it's about $68 and it's really lasted me a long time. I purchased that maybe like 2-3 years ago, and I'm just not getting to the bottom of it. But I'm gonna combine these two together and a little bit, just a little of my, this is a sample size, but this is the Tarte Drink of H2O Hydrating Boost to really lock and load the moisture and the dew aspect of the look I'm trying to achieve. I don't remember what brand this is. Real Technique. Is this like a mini kabuki? It's a foundation brush. So I'm just gonna kind of swoop and combine all of those things together in kind of like a pat motion, like this, and just pat it on my face, making sure that I cover the color correcting pieces that I did, or the color correcting spots. I'm talking about pieces. Yeah, making sure that it's blended down, because again, people, you don't want to look like an unripe sweet potato. Making sure we get parts of that ear, because again, if you do like a, I'm sorry, what you, and then it's literally like 2 shades too light or 2 shades too dark, like sis, bro. What I'm gonna do, because I didn't do it before, I bought these clips from Amazon. I have like a set of them. I'm gonna move my hair out the way because, and this one, it doesn't give the crease. It doesn't crease the hair, so I don't have to really worry about having like a bump in it. I try to drink it away. Okay. This is. Okay, and then this side wanted to be disrespectful too. Okay, cut. All right, and we're back. Next question.
Where do you see yourself 5 years from now?
I love this question. So, I see myself not in America. Hint, hint, wink, wink. Or just coming back to America. Coming to America. And I will have my doctorate in industrial psychology, because again, I'm a sucker for human behavior, especially as it pertains to business and corporations and organizational behavior. And I might have published, or in the processing phases of publishing, some research on the subject matter. But boss girl stuff. My Anastasia clear brow gel. just to give it that lift and set it to where they need to kind of be. So up and over is the goal. So kind of a flick of the wrist. And then I'm going to apply my lashes. So these lashes are from my girl, Shawty Sweet. Y'all, I sucked at putting on lashes. Like, lashes were not my thing. I'm actually still probably gonna do this off camera. But the last adhesive that I use is the House of Lashes clear, and you can't, I'll link it though. I'll link it so you guys can see it. But I got this from Sephora, and y'all, I'm about to say, girl, it literally is a game changer. Literally is a game changer. I'll just kind of show you guys how it applies. I do it along this strip here, making sure I get all the little pieces that need to be got. And like I said, y'all not gonna embarrass me. I'm gonna do this off camera. Use this Ardell eyelash tweezer to apply it, so. You know, and one of these days, y'all, I'm gonna show you how I apply my lashes. But lashes are on, sweetie. So lashes have been applied. I like to go in lightly with my, is it Stella or Stila?
Stila.
And my Stila, I be having these products and I don't even understand. My Stila Stay All Day Waterproof Liquid Eyeliner. And y'all, this really does stay all day. I remember a couple years back, I went swimming in Key West, and everything else went somewhere, but my eyeliner did not. Ooh, you see that? So yeah, next up is the next question.
Okay. What is your favorite thing about yourself?
Like I said earlier, my biggest flex is I always do what I say I'm going to do, and I've always been kind of a self-motivated, self-committed type of person. So if I set my mind to something, I try to make it happen. So the next thing I'm gonna do, just a light concealer underneath my eyeball region. I have a few concealers that I like to use, but for this particular thing, since I'm going hiking and I don't want to have like a caked up face type of deal going on, I'm going to use this LA Girl Pro Concealer in the color light as hell, in the color medium beige. Shut up, Nisha. And this is a different beauty blender. This one has like the little dent in it. So I'm just gonna go through it and kind of just pat it out, kind of moving it in a downward motion, but like a pow, 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 pow. That's the, if I had to give sound effects for what I'm doing, that's what it is. And then I'm gonna go in lightly and dust my Laura Mercier, just a little bit because I don't need too much of the baking. We ain't baking actually. My translucent powder, go in, get a little bit on the brush, tap it in, and fluff it out. I'm also, as I'm talking, I'm going in now just to warm up my face a little bit. I'm going in with my Hoola Caramel Benefits Bronzer. Just kind of tapping it, tap. Did I tell you how much I love Sway 80? I love that girl. She's so cute. She is so cute. And I will say that, you know how the old people like, that she is such a pretty girl. That's how I feel every time I see her. And then I'm gonna go in with this sponge and kind of blend it, because again, people, if you take nothing else away from this tutorial, you don't want to look like an unripe sweet potato. So make sure you are blending your products. You have them, stop blending them. Next question.
How do you maintain the energy to consistently show up?
Drugs. I'm kidding. I'm so kidding. That was a joke. To continually show up, like I said, when I am a self-motivated and committed person, but sometimes you really don't feel like doing stuff, and that's where the energy part comes from. But where motivation, internal motivation stops, my commitment steps in. So if I make a vow or say I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna see it through, because a winner don't quit on themselves, in the words of Beyonce knows Carter. Next question.
Next question. How have you evolved in the last 5 years, personally, physically, financially, and mentally?
That's a really deep question. So 5 years ago, I was 24. So I had my first big girl job, my first apartment. Once I moved back home from undergrad. So financially, I grew because I got a job for real. And as I'm talking, I'm going to be applying my Fenty Beauty Cream Blush. And this color is Fuego Flush. This is kind of the orangey color, because again, I'm going out in the sun, so I want to kind of warm it up. This one I tap lightly with my, not ring, but ring finger. So I tap it in and I go through. But back to answering the question. Physically, I am more healthy, even though I'm probably the biggest I've ever been right now during quarantine. But I'm still working out. I'm still trying to master like not eating all the snacks, my quarantine snacks. But if I gave it from the span of like 5 years, I'm definitely more healthy and more like, I'm thicker, which is what I always kind of wanted to be. I've always been smaller, on the smaller side growing up. So now that I've kind of grown into my woman body, I vibes with it. So yeah. And then spiritually, I'm still discovering myself, and self-actualizing and thinking of where I want to be and what my path and my journey is, and really self-evaluating, self-reflecting. This year in particular, I've been so introspective about where I want to go and where I'm at, and being present in the moment. And oftentimes there's so much stuff going on in our day-to-day lives that we don't take the time to really like stop and be present in the space in which we're in currently. And I'm doing a lot more of that. So overall, we just thriving and striving, and that's where my last 5 years have been. Next question.
Who are your biggest inspirations and how have they altered your life?
My family is probably one of my biggest inspirations. They inspire me to do a lot of the things. Both maybe like bullying works, so they bully me, but it's a good bully. It's like nah, you need to do this. Like I hate being the person that wears their family on their back, because I don't. I think all of us kind of step in and step up as it needs be, but they're my motivation to kind of keep going, and they're my inspiration for where I want to go. Because talk to your parents and talk to your family members, your older family members, generations, about their struggles, and not even their struggles, their journey throughout life, and get perspective on where they've come from. And that in itself is inspiration to me, at least for being a Black woman. So next thing I'm going to do, as we're talking through this is my RMS Beauty. This is the Living Luminizer. So I really don't like traditional highlighters, because I don't like to look glittery all the time. So I discovered this literally 5 years ago, and I'm still on the same tube. This little thing goes a long way. Like, it was $35, not cheap, but it's the gift that keeps on giving. And I literally, y'all look at this. Somebody take a look at this. It's best to use your non-dominant ring finger to really pounce it in. So you're not taking away too much of the product. And because this is kind of like a not dominant finger that most people don't use. So it's not as like, when you're pressing it in. Little tip I learned along the way. You know? So again, like, get into it. Next question.
What is your creative process?
That's a good question too. I like all these. Thanks, guys. All my peeps that submitted these questions. My creative process, it really depends on what I'm trying to achieve. So when it comes to content creation for the channel, as it pertains to like creation at work, I throw events also, in terms of like hobbies and interests. If we're going back to that question, I throw events. I'm sorry, you know how y'all get the white around your mouth. I put on a gloss this morning for my lips, because as y'all can see, my lips are a little, they plump now. And you know, it's a blessing and a curse, because they also get real dry. So I try to keep them as moisturized as I possibly can. But sometimes you get the white stuff. Pause. And I was trying to get that off as I was talking. But back to the question. I'm fortunate enough to be, I'm a Cancer. So we creative and naturally. So ideas just come to me like this. So it is a blessing in that regard. And also, so while I'm talking about my creative process, I am going to go in with a liner, a brown liner. So this is the NYX Suede Matte Lip Liner in the color Sandstorm. So I'm going to use this to line my lips, and then I'm just going to finish off with a gloss to finish the look. But I found this book. I have to sharpen this. Hold, please. Oh, girl. Rona.
No, I was trying to.
No. See, This is what I wanted to use. Ain't that bottom. All right. With the Nude Truffle instead, still by NYX for my liner. It's not gonna give me the look I want, but whatever. I discovered this book on Audible. I will link it below, but it's essentially like tips to help your zodiac sign be more productive. And it's literally, there's a book for each zodiac sign. And for Cancers, oddly enough, when I really want to get in my creative space, I light a candle. So I set an ambiance. I light this candle. They suggested use a bergamot scented candle, because that is, I was going to say arousing, but that's not the word I want to use. It's stimulating for Cancers. And funny enough, like bergamot is one of my favorite scents prior to me discovering this book. Weird, right? So I light a candle. I clear the space, because I like to work in silence and move in silence, sweetie. And kind of set the space, set the ambiance, the vibe I'm trying to create. And then I start doing like how we used to do in middle and high school, where we free write journal and start writing out ideas. Like literally the first thing that come to my head as it pertains to the topic or the area in which I'm trying to like be in the creative space for. And I free flow. And once I find like the themes, like the links or the connection pieces between like how my brain is tinkering, I go down a rabbit hole between the themes, and that's how I usually come up with my ideas. And also I get inspiration from other creatives, and then that kind of sparks it from there. So it's really an internal thing, an external thing. I have archives and save spaces from Twitter, from TikTok, from Instagram, Pinterest, all types of stuff where I draw inspiration from. So that is my creative process. I hope that helps to my fellow Cancer sister who asked that. But bergamot, that scent, sis, get you something that smells like that, because I promise it helps. And now I'm going in with my Fenty Beauty Diamond Milk Gloss Balm. This stuff, it smells so good, and it lasts all day, and your lips be moist and your lip gloss be popping, and it be a thing. And next question.
Final question, and probably the most important question.
Yes.
How big is your head? Like the whole circumference. That is an actual question. I did not make that up.
It's 23.25 inches around. Yeah, front to back. Yeah, it is. It's 23 and
Somebody's waist.
that's my head. Ain't that's the average? Girl, leave me alone. On that, but that just means I'm smart, right?
Yeah.
So that was perfect, because that wraps up my look. I'm just going to set it and forget it. I use this Algenist Splash Hydrating Setting Mist. This one's a little low, but I got to back up. But my Wonder Beauty Glow Getter mist, and this is what that looks like. Let it set, and we are done, people. Oh, I like that. I hope you guys also took some tips and tricks from my looks and my morning routine. If you guys have any questions or comments, please drop them down below. Talk to your girl. Again, remember to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already to this channel. And until next time, I drop video content every Wednesday, guys. Every Wednesday. So please turn your post notifications on. And yeah, so peace, y'all boys. I'm like, girl, you trying to really make me edit. I ain't trying to do all that editing. Cut! Got doggy? Okay.
Yeah, can we relate? Can we relate? Yeah, can we debate? Yeah, but I want debate. Yeah, I tried the cake. Yeah, all of my cake.